Hello， 欢迎回到 Tangle Tower。那上次我们有跟3个人讲话吧，一个是画作中的主角，然后另外一个是某个人请的私家侦探，还有一个是这个园丁。那这边应该也探索完了，我们就去别的地方。要先去左边还是右边？我想先去左边。图书室，这有一个人。先来看看这里有没有什么可以调查。
book about birds.
It's been left open.
Or it was left open
Ever so slightly unnerving.
鸟类图鉴。孤有树，孤有树是什么东西？这个呢
Is that
of sorts.
雪花球，这不就是有点像这栋城堡
Hey, look, it's a model of Tangle Tower. There's the lake. What are you thinking?
That would make an amazing
怎么都能讲出一些一点屁用都没有的话。好了，跟他讲话。您是谁？
I would expect bacteria of that nature to thrive in these conditions.
Excuse me.
Taking all the environmental factors into account, there must be something I am still missing.
May I talk to you, miss?
She knows we're here. She just doesn't care.
I am a detective, and I need to talk.
Correction. You do not need to talk to me.
Oh, no? How come?
Because I am not a suspect. I am completely innocent of any and all crimes.
Thanks for letting me know.
Speaking of which, you have now been at Tangle Tower for over 23 minutes. Surely you have already reached a sturdy hypothesis.
没有
A hypothesis about the murder?
Yeah, come on, Grimoire, hurry up.
My apologies. Unfortunately, protocol dictates I must at least meet all the suspects. And that includes you. So, could you tell me your name?
Fifi Fellow, microbiologist, inventor, innovator.
Fifi。
You will need to be more specific. Oneself cannot be summarized in a single response without doing one a great disservice.
So true.
Well, first of all, you're a fellow. So does that make you the daughter of...
Correct. My father and mother are named Flora and Felix, but you need not question either of them. It will only waste valuable time. Neither of them are capable of murder.
Thanks for the tip.
Fifi, you said you were a micro... something or other?
Microbiologist. But it is an insignificant label. My studies cannot be categorized in any one recognized field.
What made you want to become a scientist in the first place?
I harbor an intrinsic fascination with the microscopic. I constructed my first one at age 10.
Constructed a microscope?
Correct.
And
认真
what's that thing on your head? Did you make that too?
My eyesight began to deteriorate when I turned 12. Not satisfied with the eyeglasses prescribed to me, I designed this custom lens instead. It automatically adjusts based on the surrounding light conditions.
Does it glow red when you get angry?
No, but that would be most amusing.
昨
What can
天
you tell me about the murder?
为什么是我
What
被
can you
审
tell me
问？
about... Wait, that's what I'm supposed to ask you.
Yes, however, you were too slow.
You fancy yourself a detective too, Fifi.
I just need to know what happened.
Me too. So talk.
Fine. I knew ahead of time that Freya was going to be busy with her painting all day, so I had planned to spend the afternoon with Poppy. I was in the library all morning preparing the equipment for an experiment, only to find out that Poppy had made other plans and she was in fact planning to ignore me completely.
Oh.
So what did you do instead?
I locked myself in my room and cried.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Why?
I don't know, it just sounds kind of sad.
It is not unusual.
Oh. Good.
供词
I was in my room. The lights were off and the door was locked. Someone began banging on the door. I ignored it until the someone began shouting at me. I opened the door. Poppy came into my room. Her makeup was leaking. She told me Freya was dead. I did not believe it. I thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her in the face. She insisted that we go up to Flora's tower. We left the room, and Poppy's father was waiting outside. He followed us upstairs. When I saw Freya lying on the floor, I was completely and utterly devastated. Then, I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished painting. Poppy and I took the sample back downstairs to the library. We performed a test and found out that it was, in fact, blood.
You performed that scientific test immediately, even though you were feeling so upset?
好奇妙
Of course. Why would one affect the other?
OK， 我们来问问他的人物关系吧。
Name, Flora Fellow. Age, 44.
我不是想听这种啦。
Unknown.
Isn't she your mother? How do you...
I believe other people may have discovered, but I have little capacity for interpreting.
And how long has Flora been...
She has always been quiet, willing to speak when necessary, but not more.
So what happened to make her stop talking entirely?
She suffered a great loss, something she has been unable to move beyond.
走出阴霾，是你吗？
Name, Freya Fellow. Age, 19. Profession, artist. Deceased. Understand this. Most people find me to exhibit a noticeable degree of discomfort. There it is. Freya, who had a way of being an exception to any given rule, was not at all like this. She is very important, and I will not rest until I understand what has happened to her.
Did you spend a lot of time with Freya recently?
I will say this. In the past year, Freya became, 1, increasingly independent, and 2, increasingly isolated.
Do you know why?
I do not. If you are looking for a speculative, empathetic opinion, try asking Poppy instead.
The three of you are friends.
We are of a similar age, and all highly gifted. 1 scientist, 1 artist, and 1 musician.
所以 Poppy 是音乐家。
Name, Fitzfellow. Age, likes soil, dislikes
Hang
electric.
on. Cryptobotanist?
That may well be his preferred label. Mine,
Do you and Fitz not see eye to
we
eye?
do not.
Well, I wouldn't have thought so. He's well over 6 foot and you've got to be
不是这种吗？
So what's your problem with him?
Exactly 1 week ago, I witnessed him sneaking up point. He was making every effort to avoid detection.
So?
He was also carrying a knife.
哈？
Name, Fiona. Likes, dislikes, the notes. Kindly disregard the polysyllabic.
How come you prefer Fifi?
How come you prefer grimoire?
How are you related to the other fellows?
Fitz is my cousin. His father, a man named Flint, was my uncle.
Was?
I do not know if Flint is alive or not. He left Tangle Tower a long time ago.
And what about Freya? How are you...
We share exactly 1 grandparent.
祖父恰巧是同一个，
Curious.
有什么可以
Do you
问
know
他
who
吗？
was
It belongs to my mother.
And she left it
他
in the
妈妈
library?
在读的
No.，My mother is not.
可以问他。
This belongs to Professor Pointer.
No.
Who else would own such a pointer?
Pointer，
Oh, yes. It has a. It can only be used for look.
还有什么可以问他？这个
This
呢？
belongs to Poppy.
What happened to
It has been left underwater.
Right.
I do not know.
这可能要问 Poppy。
That belongs to my mother. I think she must be fond of it. There are a number of egg-shaped.
Yeah, what's the
Some
deal?
people.
但其他感觉问
The
他
fruit here has a unit. It makes them completely. Unless you wish to cut it down
It's
and.
not edible.
Depends
On what?
on the structural integrity.
白痴。好了，
Fifi's bedroom should be unlocked.
Can't wait.
那我们就去 Fifi 的卧室呗，在2楼这一间。Fifi 好脏乱哦，这什么？
Fifi's got
What
something.
is all this?
哈？我也看不懂。这是他妈妈吗？
That's gotta be Flora.
Who is that?
No idea.
这是谁？
Who's that?
Not sure. It's Detective Hawkshaw.
Who's that?
Not sure.
Is Fifi?
Maybe. Did you ever try that?
我根本看不懂啊，什么数学公式？
his feet.
Maybe. Did you ever try that?
胶带可以拆掉。
Maybe. Did you ever try
不
that?
行。
Did you notice who isn't on it?
Freya?
Mm-hmm. And
这本书嘞
what's that?
Looks like something
Is it
feet.
a clue?
I hope not. It's just a bunch of notes about her microbiome.
It looks like a
Can
monkey.
I touch it?
显微镜
I'm not sure this.
4个放大。啊，我知道啦，要拼成那个钥匙的形状，对不对？这个哪一个是最大？这个最大，所以这一定是小。最小好像是这个，所以加。可是这样这个好大啊，这样大概这样吧，还不是这样，然后这样吧。
I got it.
I'm impressed. Sounds like it unlocked.
Yeah, there's a book in here.
有本书，结果还是要解锁这本书，应该没办法看出什么，好吧？看起来应该没有了。接下来去哪里了？这里吗？好了，就是这里了，随便。Freya 啊，Freya 的房间哦，这啥？
It's a little wooden box.
To the casual observer.
Oh.
They're not real paintbrushes. Looks like they're part of some kind of.
将画笔条怎么正确顺序，整理纸张来寻找线索。所以我们要先把这个纸张拼起来，对吧？剪这种形状很快这里了，不是白痴，这样，先这样好了，然后呢，把这个往下来，应该是这样吧，然后这个是这里，这样，好了，看不出个所以然啊。我想一下我懂啊，这是笔杆嘛，这是刷型，这是颜色吧？第一个笔杆一定是橘色的，然后第三个笔杆一定是紫色的，然后第三个笔杆要是紫色又是三角形头的，所以有这两个。这个是什么意思啊？这是长度的意思吧？有3节，1、2、3，最后一个一定是3节的，所以可能是这个。第一个是1节的，1节橘色，只有这一个。那就这个是这里嘛？可是这里是蓝色，所以应该是这样，这样吧。
I did it. What do I win?
Not bad.
看
What was
懂
in the box?
Just a photograph. Well, most of a photograph.
这看起来是 Freya 嘛，然后这是 Fifi， 这边不知道有谁，还有什么
Drawings.
What's that one?
Looks like one of them's holding a red rose.
红玫瑰。你们俩有染是不是？这里有一只熊。
Looks pretty
He's had
depressed.
a rough couple of days.
Just a little
Let's
drink.
leave them alone. That painting.
Why would you want it looming over
Maybe Freya enjoyed
the
the
atmosphere of
Hang on. There's a smaller version down by the.
It's a photograph.
边缘用黑墨水画了几条线，是不是在分析什么？好，接着去下个房间好了。其实探索好像蛮快的，这边应该是还没解锁。要先去哪一个？先去这个。 工作室，您是先看一下
A little hand
How can you
painted.
tell?
Well, the paint. Also, I mean, no offense, but you can just tell.
好可爱哦。
What is it?
He's an imp.
What does he?
Well, if you tell too many lies, he appears.
Oh,
好可怕，这有个箱子
Nice.
how do you know?
Why else? Plus, there's a treasure map hanging.
又要解码
What's the deal with that painting on the front?
Not sure. We should check that treasure map too.
啊，这是什么东西？哦，我们要找出符合这幅画的坐标吧。我看看，我站在一个岛上，左前方有龙，右前方有山，远方有树。这个，好像就这个，是吗？所以是在哪里 ？I4。哦，也有可能是站这边然后面这，或是站这边面这边嘛。那我找一下。哦，有嘞，这个啦，它是你看这个图，他们两个不是同一个水平上，这个是水平，这个比较适合啊。有啦，这里还有鸟，我没有注意到，这里有一只这个海鸥吧，所以这里是 H6，这样是潮汐吧？H 在哪 ？H6 西西
That's done it.
Neat.
Yes。
What was in the box?
More wooden. These are a little different to the one on
木
the
质
desk.
模型，一个类似律法小孩，一个类似灰发女人。它也有红色颜料，而且为什么要锁起来？这个就是那个 model 嘛，然后这是 Flora 嘛，然后这是 Freya， 这个是他本人吗
Holy shit.
？Who are you？
Sir? Can you hear me? I'm Private Detective Grimoire. I have some questions for you.
Grimoire. Good mysterious name. I'd rather like it. Felix Fellow at your beck and
哦，
call.
他是 Felix
And,
Fellow
this is my colleague, Sally.
Yeah, that's a perfectly good name as well.
Thanks.
If you would, Mr. Fellow, we really need to ask you about the murder.
Well, I must say I'm
Huh?
rather jealous of you two.
Oh, yeah? Why's that?
Out here solving mysteries, exploring new places, uncovering secret rooms, hidden treasures. That's what life is all about.
Secret rooms?
Generally speaking, that sort of thing.
他不小心说出来了，是不是？你自己
So, Felix, what exactly do you, do?
Is it not obvious? I'm an explorer. Explorer/treasure hunter. Yes, well, best in the world.
We're talking like curse statues, spike pits.
It's a little more sophisticated than that. But I've certainly seen my share of danger, if that's what you're asking.
And, if I may ask, when did you retire?
You listen here. I'm between ventures right now, but it's simply not in my nature to stay in one place for too long. I go wherever the winds of destiny take me.
Don't you live here with your wife and daughter?
Yes, well, the Fellow family has certain loyalties, and with Flora the way she is...
Nothing wrong with raising a family, Mr. Fellow.
Don't misunderstand me. Fiona and Flora are my entire world. They are the greatest treasure of all.
Uh-huh.
昨天
Why on earth would you want to know about that?
The murder of Freya Fellow. The reason we're here?
Ah, right. Nasty business. Very unfortunate. I regret that I can't be of any help. But I
我
wish
觉得他一
you
定有
all
隐
the
瞒一
best
些
in
东
your
西。
investigation.
Hear that, Grimoire? We're done here. Let's go.
It's a simple question, Felix. I'm sure you're up to it.
Well, there's not much to tell. Mostly, I was in my room by myself, working on Flora's, Working on a project.
Your room is quite close to Flora's tower. You didn't hear anything unusual?
What qualifies as unusual?
他真的好烦。
What have you got?
不讲。
It was dusk. A feeling lingered in the air. Malevolent, perhaps. Uncertain, as life itself.
Abridged version, please.
Right. Fine. I heard someone heading down the stairs, just outside my room. The footsteps were calm, orderly, so I thought nothing of it. Shortly afterward, I heard a second set of footsteps, going the same way. This time I could tell just from the sound that something was wrong. So I looked out into the hallway. I got a glimpse of Poppy disappearing down the staircase to the floor below. Didn't know what to make of it, to be honest. I thought perhaps she'd had a disagreement with Fitz, as I know those two are close. So I looked into his room, just in case, but it was empty, as was the garden beyond his window. Back in the hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope. She was heading up Fellow Tower to find Professor Pointer, so I escorted her. We went into Flora's room. Poor Freya was laying on the floor. Fiona, Poppy, Fitz, and Pointer were there already. Flora, too, of course.
好多人。
Soon enough, everyone else made their excuses and left.
Including you?
Not I. I stayed. Flora needed me.
接下来怎么样？问一下关系好了。
Dearest Flora, a remarkable...
You two still get on?
Of course.
She hasn't gone quiet on you.
It's true, she's the youngest of three. Just the way she...
Lone wolf is putting it lightly.
She just likes time to herself. Away from
Other humans?
other... My daughter Fiona, our little burgeoning genius.
We did. She's going by.
So I've heard. I asked her some weeks ago. She told me, get this, she wanted a name with an even number of syllables.
对好 ，Fiona 是3个音节。
What makes you think she made
I
it?
happen to know the real reason.
Oh, yeah?
为啥？
It's what Freya called her. Quite the fellow member of...
Is that a real thing?
No, I just meant to, red...
Has she questioned you yet?
If you call that questioning, I heard on the grapevine something called the Golden Bee.
金甲
Honestly,
虫。
it's probably a
You
bunch...
reckon?
Quite sure. There
How
it
do
is.
you know?
Because I would have...
这个嘞
Fitz. Slippery. Never commits to it.
Onion?
Did you two have an argument?
No, but and I trust Fiona's judgment entirely.
再来 Freya。
Uncommonly skilled. She helped me get started with my own. It taught me what she knew about wood. Tremendous patience. She was ever so good with...
Freya and Flora were close?
Oh, yes, especially after,
最近
How
走
are
得
you
很近
related to Freya?
somewhat distant. My father, Lord Fellow, was her grandfather. Let's just say there was some
有些
discussion
争
over
议
whether she ought... There's a family tree in the
What
ground.
about her inheritance?
Freya's parents died when she came to live here shortly afterwards.
Nobody left her a thing?
I'm afraid not. She had no form.
哈，
You're the one currently...
Let's move on.
有什么东西可以问问他吗？这个
Ah, you found... What, I had to rush the final touch. It turned out all right.
What's
though.
it supposed to be?
It's Flora, of course, surrounded by all her... I've been carved. I was hopeless when I started, but
Do you paint them yourself too?
I do indeed. Nowadays, I can make just about... Of course, this particular model...
Hard fact, huh? So, you own a sword, Felix?
Of course, but my weapons are stored safety first, and
还有什么？
looks like Freya's.
Do you know why the pots are cracked?
No, that's very
You
odd.
seem pretty sure about that.
他真的有很多秘密耶。
Freya was quite... She had a way of catching not in an... My
这个要
daughter
知道啊。
Fiona and her, they grow up so.
Do you know why it's ripped like
Ah, yes. No idea.
这个呢？
It's unlike her to leave paint.
I think we'll give her a
Ah,
pass.
yes. So we shall.
Does Florin normally
She must do, but
Why not just ask her?
I feel like if somebody... It's because they don't.
rules to live by?
其他的我觉得好像问他也没什么用。
There's something about the image of
Flora.
that paints something.
Let's ask her about it.
好，晚点再去，因为时间差不多了。好啦，下次应该就是去上面找 Flora 了吧。好啦，那今天宣时光到这。如果你喜欢我的影片的话，可以帮我点个喜欢，或者订阅我的频道。那我们下次再见喽，拜拜。